when you tell one lie, you got to remember the 100 lies that you told to cover that lie up.
That wasn't no lie.
Be quiet and don't talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Splash and Full. Hey, Robin. Welcome. Well, hey, Jess. So I was notified of a live a couple days ago. And I was very disappointed when I was reading the chat. I was very, very disappointed. And some people, you were my mods, and I had to de-wrench a few people the other day because I don't know where they stand. Whose side they're on anymore. Yeah, it is, Jess. It is sad. I don't know what they're going by right and wrong, or they're just mad. I don't know that. Hey, Tracy. Welcome. So, if anyone is missing a wrench, please contact me. Yeah, it was very sad and very confusing. A few people made comments that were confusing. They were passive aggressive. They could have meant one thing. They could have meant another thing. And I don't know what the fuck was going on with a few people. So I just wanted to cover that part first. So if anyone's missing a wrench, they can message me, or if they're in my mod chat, they can I'm here. All right. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. That CJ Live, which CJ happened to turn to members only, by the way. I wonder what she's scared of people clipping it. Because some of the things CJ said and did on that live disappointed me deeply. So I'm going to cover an update on the real quick before we get into the community stuff. So we're gonna there's been an update with the judge situation over in Nevada, and I'm just gonna play a quick video. Hey, Maggie May. And we're just gonna cover this real quick before we get into this week's drama, because I have a lot to say about it. So let's go. All right.
Hello, are you Mr. Redden?
Yes, I am.
Hello. Okay, I have a few housekeeping matters to handle before we handle his case. In anticipation of me appointing the public defender to represent him, there are multiple media requests. There were multiple orders that were signed in initial appearance court. I have amended several media orders to not allow live streaming because I do not allow live streaming. So
All right. So the media wants to cover this case by any means necessary. And the judge shut them down and says, I'm not allowing cameras in the courtroom after this. So that's what that means. She's not allowing live streaming of the proceedings.
to the extent initial appearance court allowed live streaming, I have amended all of those orders to remove that. I have filed amended orders yesterday. There are some new orders that I need to rule on, one from KLAS, one from Univision, one from Associated Press, and one from Fox 5. Does the state have any opposition to these media requests?
Your Honor, I'll submit it to the
Does the defense?
I'll submit it to the court.
Okay, I'm going to sign and approve these media requests. They are not for live streaming, and they are only for any sort of media that the media requested. All right, as for disclosures, before I arraign Mr. Redden, I want to disclose under Judicial Canon 2.11, comment 5, that I do know Judge Mary Kay Holthus. I know her very casually and only professionally. I've never socialized with her outside, say, a professional event. I do, for instance, not know her phone number. I don't think she knows mine. We're not connected on social media. I've never worked at the district attorney's office, where I believe she worked for her entire career. Her daughter is a deputy district attorney on my track. However, the team chief has assured me that Kennedy Holthus will not appear on any of Mr. Redden's appearances. Therefore, I see no reason to recuse. However, I make those disclosures under Rule 2.11, comment 5.
So the judge is saying there's no reason to recuse herself. She knows the judge. She knows who she is. I'm sure the all the judges in the building know who each other are. There's maybe 20, maybe 30 judges in a courtroom, in a courthouse, I mean. And they don't this judge and the judge that got attacked are not close. They're colleagues. They're both judges, so they're not personal friends. They're not connected on social media. They don't socialize outside work, so there's no conflict of interest here.
Mr. Redden, have you been given a copy of the criminal complaint this morning?
Yes, I have been given one.
You're being charged with count 1, attempt murder, victim 60 years of age or older, a felony.
Okay, so now there are 15 charges going to be listed, and the first top count is attempted murder. So when he flew over the bench, they're charging him with the top count of attempted murder. He actually told guards that he had a bad day after he was being taken into custody, and he tried to kill the judge to death. So I suspect after that, making that comment, that was intent to charge him with attempted murder instead of the normal assaulting a public official type of charge. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Count 2, battery on a protected person resulting in substantial bodily harm, victim 60 years of age or older.
So this charge might be a less inclusive charge for jury to decide.
Felony. Count 3, extortion by threat, a felony. Count 4, intimidating a public officer, a felony. Count 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all battery on an officer, the same name victim. Oh, and by the way, I do not know any of the other victims named in the criminal complaint. Those are all felony offenses. Count 10, performance of act or neglect of duty and willful or wanton disregard of safety or persons of property resulting in substantial bodily harm or death, a felony. Battery on a protected person, count 11, that's a gross misdemeanor offense. Count 12, battery by a prisoner, a felony. Count 13, unlawful act related to human excrement or bodily fluid, a felony.
So this is a fact that we don't know. He threw feces or urine. Ew.
Allegedly occurring on January 3rd of 2024. Do you understand these charges?
Yes, I understand.
Can you afford to hire a private lawyer at this time? I'm sorry?
I'm trying to,
Can you afford to?
Yes, he was choking the judge, Jason. And hey, Wendy. And he's super surrounded today or yesterday. He's super surrounded. And he didn't get far into the courtroom. He's like at the door. Let's just point that out. Yes, he did choke the judge, and he did tell the guards. He blurted out that he had a bad day and he tried to kill the judge today. So with that statement, the district attorney's office can practically say, okay, he intent was to kill the judge today. So he choked the judge, hit her head. So, they are business acquaintances only, Witchy Nicole. Yes, they are shackled. He has a mask on, and he has red gloves on of some sort. These are weird. He's cuffed too, and I don't know how to describe them, Wendy. They look like a little bit like boxer gloves. So
Hire a private lawyer of your own expense and choosing?
no, not at this time, no.
Are you a veteran or a member of our military?
No.
I can appoint a lawyer from the public defender's office to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And prior to Your Honor calling the case, I did, as a friend of the court, talk to Mr. Redden about his right to a Valdez-Jimenez hearing. I know that he did not have one in initial appearance court. However, he's going to be choosing to waive the prompt hearing given the circumstances that happened yesterday in district court where he's already been sentenced in his other case.
Okay, so he was sentenced?
Correct.
Okay, was he sentenced to jail or prison?
Correct.
Okay.
1948.
Okay.
So he understood that and said that he's not trying to have the hearing today.
Okay, that's fine, and I'll canvass them on that. My only issue is I think what has happened is some standard bail figures have carried over since booking. So.
all right. So here's how this works. He pled guilty to the charge where he was in Mary Kay Holtis's courtroom, and Mary Kay Holtis sentenced him to 19 months to 4 years in state prison. And she didn't change her sentencing sheet due to the attack or after the attack. So he's back in this courtroom before another judge, and this is his arraignment. So he's getting arraigned. So due to the fact that he's pled guilty, he was sentenced on the other charge of the baseball attack. Bail is not really an issue. So he's technically convicted. He's serving state time. So he's not getting out. He's not getting out of the Clark County jail anytime soon. Or state prison. Let's just put it that way. Now he has to face the Piper for these felony charges.
So by the time he sees a judge, he is entitled to a Valdez Jimenez hearing.
Good point, Mama.
But it is at that point that the court sets release conditions. So I'm removing the standard bail numbers that were only assessed at booking, frankly, until he sees the judge. And given the attempt murder charge of count 1, that is a set in court bail. So the standard bail numbers will be removed. It will be replaced with a set in court bail or release condition. He is entitled to a Valdez Jimenez hearing within 48 hours unless good cause shown. But you say, Mr. Redden, Ms. Medina tells me that without waiving a bail hearing completely, you're at least willing to waive it for now because you have some other issues you have to handle. Do you understand and agree with this?
Yes, in 1948.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So he'll just be on a set in court bail unless further ordered by the court. We need to set his preliminary hearing. Would you like that set within 15 days?
So the issue is, I think, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but suppose he gets, so the charge is attempted murder, the bail's going to be pretty high for this charge. But, okay, suppose he gets, hypothetically speaking, a $250,000 bail. Let's just put it that way. So the judge issues a $250,000 bail, but since he's convicted and sentenced on the other charge, and he's sitting in state prison, he has to do his 19 months to 4 years in prison. He can't bond out on the $250,000 bail. That's just it. The bail hearing is just a formality. So it's just it's the same thing as no bail, no bond. Okay, and it says on the screen, okay, the one deputy in the courtroom sustained a deep cut on head and had a dislocated shoulder. So they sent him to the hospital along with the judge. So there was more than one person injured substantially.
He's going to also waive the 15 days set and will do 30 days.
Okay. Sir, you have a right to a preliminary hearing within 15 days, and Ms. Medina has said that she's talked with you about that, and you're willing to give up that 15-day period and instead set your preliminary hearing within about 30 days. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Is this okay with the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, does the state, yes?
After we get the date, can we approach?
Sure. Is there anything else, Ms. Mercer, you want to address?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, here's a 30-day preliminary hearing date, unless I see you earlier, and if you'd like to approach, you may.
February 14th.
So does anyone see if we can play that again and see if we could see the red.
Preliminary hearing within about 30 days. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Is this okay with the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, does the state, yes?
After we get the date, can we approach?
Sure. Is there anything else, Ms. Mercer, you want to address?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, here's a 30-day preliminary hearing date, unless I see you earlier, and if you'd like to approach, you may.
February 14th.
Okay, so if you look real closely at your screen, you'll see he's wearing some sort of red mitt of some sort. I don't know if that's a security feature or he got injured too by using his fists. So it's either or, I don't know. But
At 9 a.m.
so he's getting a
Recordings.
So he's getting a preliminary hearing in 30 days from now. See if there's probable cause to sustain the charges since hey Siren. Hey Missy K. Yeah, it would be a high amount because it's an attempted murder charge. Miss Witchy. So in reality, he's not going anywhere. So this guy's not going anywhere. He's going to stay in state custody until this plays out. He could get up to life. And I don't know what life means in Nevada, but yeah, he was only at the door, Wendy. He like walked in the door and then he was surrounded by deputies, sheriff's deputies. They weren't taking any chances this time. And it was the same thing in Judge Holtis's courtroom when he was sentenced on the when he had to come back for get sentenced for the hey Linda. So when he got sentenced for the bat attack on someone, yeah, this guy's a scumbag. And if I could make a prediction here, I think he's going to use a mental health defense or try to, because I think that's the only thing he has at this point. So I had to listen to interviews with his sister and the foster parent, and they're blaming that they're blaming this on he was born crack addicted, and I'm sorry, but and they believe the system failed him. But here's the thing. He had every opportunity to get mental health treatment and them to put him on medication. And he fails to do that. So there was another slip of the tongue where he's off his medication. So it's not anyone in that courtroom's fault that he refused to take his meds. I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy for that. So the system fails him? I don't buy that argument. I don't buy it. I'm sorry, but he may have mental health issues, but what about the other people he's hurt? So he assaulted someone with a baseball bat. He goes into court. The DA's office was gracious enough to give him to plead it down from assault to a deadly weapon to a lower charge. And then when the judge refuses to give him probation in the first place, he goes, and then the deputy behind in the other video I played last time goes to cuff him. He goes off and jumps over the bench, chokes the judge, and pulls her hair, thrashing her around. After he makes a speech saying he's changed and he's so sorry. He was blowing smoke out of his ass. That just proves he's an accomplished liar. So I just wanted to give a update on that case. It's probably going to be 30 days before we hear anything else. So he's going to be in jail for at least 19 months until he sees a parole board. And he'll probably be in there for longer than that. A lot longer. So for people who weren't paying attention to the Jamie versus Amber thing with the doxing, I'm gonna put up what was actually posted right now. All right, here we go. So Here we go. Here's the screenshot that Amber decides to send to Jamie a while back. And as everyone can see, it has Amber Alerts as the main channel. And I decided to also redact part of the emails too, because I don't want to get screamed at. For emails, it's oops, I missed one, but I think I missed one, but for welcome to the shit show, but so Amber made a complaint or made a claim that she doesn't have all the accounts. That's what she was claiming. She was claiming that adamantly. Oh, I don't have these sock puppet accounts. Where? I don't have sock puppet accounts. I don't do that. I don't have troll accounts. So what does Jamie do? Along with Pesky? Jamie finds a screenshot proving Amber is a liar. She has how many troll accounts? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, boy, mama, you're absolutely right. I'm counting 10. And there happened to be, unfortunately, someone on the list that wasn't Amber. Unfortunately, it happened to be her daughter. Hello, Gladys. And Jamie sent this screenshot. Not knowing who was at the bottom. Now, when I was shown this screenshot unredacted, me and several others were not playing stupid. We failed to get what was wrong with the screenshot. We were asking who was getting doxxed here? Who was getting doxxed? A minor's getting doxxed. Where's the minor? It didn't click to several people in a chat box. Even though some of us knew her daughter's first name, it didn't click. So if someone like Jamie says, oh, sends Pesky. Oh, these are Amber's sock puppets or troll accounts. I'm counting 10, excluding the one that was not Amber, by the way. And I don't believe for 1 minute that Jamie got up one morning and decided to say, I'm going to dox Amber's daughter today to be a total asshole. I don't believe that. Damn it. How does doxing a child benefit Jamie? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, should Jamie have looked it over a little bit more? Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that and it was pointed out to me and several others in my chat, I wasn't happy about it. None of us were, because let's put it this way. We're human beings, and we don't like when children are brought into this shit. We don't like when children are brought into this bullshit. When the other side comes over and sits there and calls kids 4-letter names and goes down and dirty and brings their kids into it. No, I wasn't very happy that it happened in the first place. I wasn't very happy about it. Several others in my chat weren't very happy about it. But we had to sit back and look at the whole picture. We had to sit there and listen, look at the whole picture. And when I heard about this whole escapade, I got a one-sided story. Absolutely, I got a one-sided pissy, emotional story. But here's the thing. I had to go check it out for myself. I had to go over to Pesky's community wall because I heard Pesky's name was mentioned. I had to go over to Amber's community wall and look at what was being said. And then I saw a community post that came up in my feed that said Andog was live talking about Amber. So I decided to come in under my alt and join everyone. Because I was looking into things. I wasn't taking everyone's word for it. Now, when I went to Pesky's community wall, when she found out that the bottom entry was actually Amber's daughter, she took the original down. Blacked it out. You see the red there, everyone? You see the red? So she takes it, she marks it out. I did it a little better with the blue. And she puts it back up. Now I see it went down. She took it down again. But if she did this, if Pesky put this stuff up maliciously, she wouldn't have cared to take down the image and black out a minor. So Pesky's actions speak louder than her words. I don't think Pesky knew either. For fuck's sakes. Now, then, when I was watching Jamie last night, we all heard this. At first, when the audio was being played, I was like laughing. I said, is that retro? Hey, Navigator. So I was like saying, is that retro? It sounds a little like retro. And I says, wait a minute, that's Steph. Is that Steph or retro? And then someone in chat said, oh, it's Steph. And I says, oh, brother. Now we have to listen to Steph critique Jamie and Pesky when she probably doesn't know what the fuck is going on. She probably wasn't paying attention to Jamie's stream. And here's the thing. Pesky and Jamie apologized for it. Now, how many people around here, besides me and Siren, apologize and own our shit? Not many. Now, Chi doesn't own her shit. She blames it on everyone else. And then we have Steph, who says, I do nothing wrong. I'm mod with my titties. My titties. When the truth was, she was actually modding for several channels at the same time. She couldn't tell the truth on that, could she? She couldn't tell the truth on that. Could she? So she had to bring up Dorothy. Of course. We all remember the incident. Was it 2 years ago now? Where Just Jess K sends her a video and she never even bothered to watch it. She didn't even bother to watch the whole thing. She stopped watching 30 seconds of it. Now you can't really compare the two completely. It's two different situations. Jamie read the screenshot and it didn't click. Along with Pesky, who was at the bottom. Now, Dorothy was negligent and didn't watch the entire video. And she's known for it. Dorothy has a problem. She doesn't check her facts. She doesn't watch people's lives to get facts, especially Jamie's when or me when we sit up here and show receipts of things. But then she sits there and plays videos on Natasha Cooper. And Merb, MRB, or whatever you want to call her. Is, oh, look at this. Look at that. Oh. And we all remember when she was always saying, oh, Tiffany's such a swell person. She's such a swell girl. And then she decides to drag me on her panel when I called her a slut. Tiffany a slut. I told her to keep her, if she didn't want any of this to happen, she should have kept her legs closed. Duh. She's 50% responsible for the relationship with Jamie. Excuse me. He pulled his pants down and she spread her legs. And it's all Jamie's fault? Please. But she couldn't go over and watch or look at the receipts. Dorothy couldn't be bothered with that one bit. And she had a white knight for Tiffany all the way. All that time. So I don't know if it's due to the screenshot or whatever. So Pesky is getting threats. You heard me. So people are getting triggered as fuck over this incident that was not intentional. She apologized. She took responsibility. What else do they fucking want? It was an honest mistake, in my opinion. They can't prove malicious intent, but they have to go with the Jamie Lycan Band syndrome. As always. So, yeah, she was getting threats from some people. And we have another now we have another offender. We're gonna highlight. And he's back, making threats again. So let's we're gonna put him up. We're gonna put him up real quick. Jason, oh dear. So we're gonna put up. Anyone want to guess before I put his ass up? Who's threatening Pesky this time? You may have seen it on Lindsay's community post. So anyone want to guess? Trivia question. Who's the scuzz bucket today? We got a correct answer. We got 2 correct answers. Yup, Glenn. So at least, you actually decided to say that Navigator doesn't like facts. At least she pays attention. I can say that about Navigator. So we're gonna go over to see what Glenn's been up to. So for those naysayers who say I don't show receipts or I don't show proof of anything, they can go shove it. So here we go. Let's shrink it a little bit. So here we go. What does this remind everyone of? So the guy's probably Glenn himself. So he's saying, well, Pesky, I haven't bothered you. I'm waiting for you to use self-harm against me. No. Okay, so if I don't bother you, who could or who does? So the actual text of this stupid meme is keep my girlfriend's name out of your mouth. Here. So apparently this meme is promoting domestic violence or violence against women. That's how I see it. Hey, Lonnie. So here's Glenn promoting violence against women. A picture says 1,000,000 words or 1,000, whatever you want to. So he's sitting there slapping. Wow, Glenn. Now, I want to confess something. Sometimes Pesky aggravates me. She did last year. She aggravated a lot of people. But did I ever put up a meme of me slapping her? No. Did I promote domestic violence or But here we go. We got a nut job. Now he's complaining about people complaining about his paneling. Boo-hoo. So here we go. We got Glenn again saying I'm such a loser. Boo-hoo. Wait. So how many times have you played the I'm on a live card? Who's the loser? I guess you. In that game, I bet you're gonna bring up Trisha. So if I doxed you, you're right. You're good, right? I don't bother you. So now Glenn is implying she's gonna dox. He's gonna dox Pesky. So not only does he want to slap Pesky, apparently, and is threatening Pesky. Now he's threatening to dox her. So here we go. Here's Pesky's response. Oh, Glenn, you pathetic excuse for a man. You don't worry me in the slightest. You're just someone who can't control their emotions like a little toddler when you get called out on your fuckery. I don't lie myself over some abusive as fuck, creepy, cross-eyed, freaky little man on YouTube who lives with his fucking mommy. Yeah, right. What the fuck are you on? And Trisha, I'll defend myself every time someone lies about me. I have that right. It's a drama community after all. Maybe both of you should grow a bloody backbone. You aren't exempt from clapback. And yes, you're calling me out saying I dox? Damn fucking right I'll call you out and mention your partner who does dox openly, as you don't ever call him out. It's no different to you trying to call me out, as your abusive as fuck boyfriend just proven my point. So we're going to give Pesky this. There we go. I agree with you, Jason. Glenn should be ineligible to fill that form out. So here's the screenshot. Here's some of the screenshots. I think some of his he deleted some today. Okay, here's Glenn. You know what, Pesky, since you want to say I'm a POS when I never doxed you, Shug, well, maybe it's time, drum roll please, if you want to freely dox Pesky and do it through me. I got you, thumbs up, email me. In the about me, let's watch her cry. And then she tags then Glenn tags Pesky. I'm a B talking about how you say you're gonna unalive yourself every time the fire gets going. Why don't you just do it? I fucking dare you, please. Why don't you show some proof, Glenn, that Pesky talks about this? That Pesky, every time she gets called out, she says she's going to self-harm. I'm sure you can't prove a damn thing, Glenn. You're just blowing smoke out of your ass. Oh, now you tag Pesky in your little meme of yours. See? Keep my girlfriend's name out of your friggin' mouth. Oh, poor Glenn. No one cares, Glenn, about you. So here we go, 17 hours ago. Whew. I kind of felt bad for a second. Go fucking do it, I dare you. Again, single white female. So here we go again with Glenn being abusive. This is interesting. So, okay, here's the one. Okay, he did post that. So I guess they're not fakes. So he didn't delete them. So, all right. So let's just scroll down here. Oh, Pastor Mill loves your video. Boo-hoo. Aw. There he is, the abusive piece of shit. Aw, poor Glenn. Let's get that ugly face off my screen, you know. With that nasty crap. So let's just move on from that. So as I mentioned before, let's go talk about CJ's crap shit filled live, shall we? Jason, oh dear. So I was made aware of it early in the day. It was posted. I didn't see it till later. So I had to spend 3 excruciating hours watching replay. Damn, you know, it's like, and then watching people in CJ's chat acting badly. So I've noticed that the people in CJ's chat seem to believe the false narrative that's going around, that everyone's Tiffany, that Tiffany's all around. She's behind the scenes. It's news to me because where is she? Paranoid? Come on, where's the proof? CJ? Where's the proof that Tiffany is around, pulling the strings around here? And I like to point out yesterday when Tiffany decided to show up in chat and decided to berate me, she went adios. She went bye-bye. So how would that fit their stupid narrative that, oh, Tiffany's in our chats. She's allowed in our chats. Blah. Now let's say, I'm going to say this for the 1 millionth time. Tiffany is banned on this channel. Yeah, Jason. It might be, Angry Beaver. Yeah, she comes here. She goes bye-bye. Tiffany's not wanted around. Don't these idiots, these angry Karens get that? Jamie doesn't want her around. I don't want her around. Lindsay don't want her around. Moon don't want her around. Auntie don't want her around. Sarah don't want her around. Yup, she is banned at Jamie's. Missy K. She is banned. Let me spell it. Banned. And you see, Lonnie don't want her around either on her channel. So there's that. So I'm hearing these conspiracy theories that Tiffany's behind the scenes, pulling all the strings under these alt accounts. So CJ has Yaxley up on her panel. And he brags, oh, I took these white supremacists down. I took these people down. Blah. Oh, I went after someone in American court. But I actually thought about that for 2.5 seconds. And my mind went to, okay, you claim you did all this, Yaxley, but you have this obsession with Tiffany, and excuse my skepticism, but if you actually went to an American court to go after someone, why didn't you go after Tiffany? Excuse me. And he has the nerve to go after Navigator here, saying that she doesn't know how to, she doesn't like the facts. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to quote his exact words. By the way, I probably have them written down. Let me see here. I just have a note here. Okay. But he actually is also bragging about how many people he exposed. Yip hip hooray. Yaxley. So you're bragging. So what do you want? Cupcakes, cookies, some milk? That you support going real life and everything? And making people's life a living nightmare? Is that what you're saying? You support doxing and you support calling CPS and all that other bad shit? Because that's what I've been. That's where my mind went when I was listening to your ass. Yeah, I would think so too, Jason, because and I'm not defending Tiffany here. I think she's a despicable scuzz bucket of a human being. Mm-hmm. 100%. Navigator. Good night, Witchy. So what Jamie does privately is none of anyone's business, and he's not talking to Tiffany privately. So let me remind people what actually happened, because people seem to get amnesia around here. So what happened? Hey, Asaka. So what happened was ODN, respect, decided to come to Raleigh, drove down the road, went into Jamie's condo complex, and decided to slash all 4 of his tires. And Jamie spoke out about it. We all remember that. And showed proof that his tires were actually slashed. Contrary to Amy's conspiracy theory that Jamie did it himself. Contrary to that. So Tiffany may be a bitch, but I think that her old community has a tendency of going real life too much. And she basically, what happened was she sent a message. She reached out to Jamie. Now, did Jamie say the right things? No. He was venting on his feelings that he had. Still had. So some of these idiots, they think, oh, they're talking. They're talking behind the scenes. Oh, blah, blah, blah. They're getting back together. Oh, Tiffany's coming back. Siren. Oh, dear. Fractals decides, Oh, let me expose those messages. The one-sided version, where Jamie says he still has feelings. Now people want to call him a narcissist, Jamie. But if he still has feelings, he wouldn't be that much of a narcissist, would he? So these people like Yaxley and Ghost and a bunch of other people, they start getting angry. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Wendy, that will be the 15th of February. So we have a month till the court judge attacker goes back to court. So well, Navigator, yeah. Tiffany was being cordial because I think she has a history of being attacked in real life. She had CPS called on her a bunch of times. The police called. Now, I'm not going to defend Tiffany's behavior because her behavior was on the internet for the last decade or so was atrocious. Well, she was supporting that P word. What was his name? Mitchell, Cameron Mitchell, or whatever his name was. She was white knighting for real predators that were filming the McDonald's. Yeah, that would piss people off. So instead, they decided to call social services and call the cops on her. But I'm just going to say this, and this may hurt some people's feelings, but at this point, I don't really care. But Tiffany's old community, they went real life. They called social services on her. They called the cops on her. They probably did a bunch of other shit, which they're not going to sit there and admit. But over the last 10, 12 years or more, but did it get her off the internet? In reality, no. I think she's addicted to causing chaos in all these communities. And all she is a no good troll. That's all Tiffany is a no good troll, as she admitted in the Scotty messages that were leaked. Scotty's a no good troll too, so at least that was very, very, very enlightening chat. Those messages when I forget which side decided to leak them first, but and then I happened to be in some of them, and I was like, wow. Hey, Jack. So we're gonna go to the next screenshot of the day. So Lori here is mad because Saggy decided to go over to Jamie's last night. Now, Lori, you have no right to tell Saggy where to go on this platform, as I don't have the right to tell subs that they can't go over to CJ's. All right. It's not my place to tell people where they can and can't go. It's just the only issue I have is if you come into chat and you start trashing us over at CJ's and then come back over here to this side and pretend to be loving us, that's when we might take an issue with it. But if you're over, but if you go over to TT's or you go over to this person's chat or that person's channel, and you're asking them questions about their content, I encourage people. I encourage them to don't take someone's word for it. Look for themselves. So, Sagacious, decided to go over to Jamie's to check things out, to look at the receipts. So you have no right, Lori, to sit there and say, "Oh, dear Saggy, that wouldn't be you commenting on Jamie's latest, would it? Laugh, laugh. Oh dear, you fell out with Jur over him, and now you're happy to be there. You're really showing yourself." Now that doesn't prove shit, Lori. Some people come in Jamie's chat that have questions. I've seen people that come in and have a question about something he's talking about. It's not always, "Hey, I love you, Jamie." It's not always like that. So just Sagacious commented on probably Jamie's saying she didn't even have her watch hours to monetize until she got the attention from being on your channel. I don't know what Sagacious is commenting to. I'm not going to assume, but Lori here is calling out just Sagacious for going over to Jamie's and checking something out for herself. And Lori, you know better than CJ or Jur or any of the other ones on that side. Sometimes. All right? Because I've seen you do things and if anyone wants to go over to her channel and her community post, you're going to see Marie 21 complaints. Now we're going to get into her a little bit. But all she does is, on her community wall, is bitch and whine about her. Lately. So who's stirring the pot? Lori. So CJ said yesterday that she doesn't mention Marie. Interesting comment. CJ says that, but her pal Lori tags Marie, has Marie 21 content all down her community wall. So let's get to CJ's live, shall we? That she made members only. So here we go. We have Yaxley yapping his mouth. We have Amber up there, crying victim, as she has been. And we got CJ and we got Jur. And we got the highlighted comment on CJ's screen. Santa's coming to town. So that sock puppet is antagonizing CJ, saying they're mocking your unaliving attempt. I'm done. This is gross. Now, here's what I'm going to say about that. CJ never asked for proof. She never asked, can you send that to my email, please? A clip or a screenshot. She just went with it. Because anyone, any sub or any troll can go into a chat and say, oh, this one said this about you, to get you all riled up, to get you all fired up, and then the chat sees that. It says, oh, how sick, how depraved. And I'm sure Santa's coming to town is talking about Jamie's chat. Nobody was doing it, CJ. I never saw it. I never saw anyone mocking your unaliving attempt. Not on this side, anyway. Maybe on Chi-Chi's or Replay Rants or whoever, or Dorothy's. But not over here. Not on this. Not on Jamie's. Not on mine. Not on Lindsay's. Damn. You take the word of a sock puppet without any proof. So here we go. Here's the next slide I prepared tonight. Now, self-aware is on the screen with a misleading and dangerous comment. So she's saying Lycan was also implying Johnny is somewhat of a sexual P word. Asking for women's nudes, numbers, paying cam girls, etc. is just crude. Why? Because he spoke on how he feels. You are patronizing him. Well, self-aware, he wasn't called a sexual P word. I don't know if you know the definition of what that is, but it's another word for a sex offender. You dumbass. So asking for women's nudes, numbers, watching porn, that's perverted. Yikes. No one called Johnny that. Now, did he threaten to dox people's kids. Yeah. Johnny did do that. I have a video on my Rumble showing him doing exactly that. I have proof of him hitting up Lonnie in that same video. I have proof. I have proof. Now, we only said what he does with his money. He goes to cam girl sites. And he doesn't tell the truth all the time. So you sit there and you like to twist this, self-aware, trying to make Jamie look like say something that he's not. How dare you? Oh. Now we have Sally Ann. Ouch. Damn it. Sally Ann. So, are you on the bottle again? I don't know what's going on here, but it appears that CJ is going real life again. So, Sally Ann is the drunken donut, actually. And she says she's accusing CJ of talking to her daughter. I scratched out her daughter's name. Unlike you, I have nothing to hide. Apparently you did, Sally Ann. Apparently you have a lot to hide. So now Sally Ann is threatening to go to CJ's daughter. See how that goes? So they're both son of a bitches. So they're both threatening to go real life on each other. So Sally Ann, we're not defending CJ here. And no one really wants your husband to come on to tell the truth, because I don't think he's going to tell the truth if he gets on here, if he sits right next to you. The same thing with Amy. Do you think her husband is going to be forthcoming? And completely truthful about what goes on, or I don't think so. It'll just be a shit show. But Amy's threatening to put her husband up, so that's her. And she wants to sit there and open up that door to ridicule, so all for it. I was laughing along with Jamie last night. So here's Amy. So here's Karen Amy. Please go. Now she's begging Jamie to go after her. Really, Amy? Please do this. It's the day I've been waiting for. Keep it up with the abuse while you're being monitored by the law. Keep it up, little boy. I won't play legally with you. And I'll file every charge I can on you. You belong in jail. I don't need anyone's money to do it, unlike you. Along with the popcorn. Aw, Amy. You're really bad at this. And you said, I don't know anything, or I don't know what I'm talking about, or yeah, that's because you were the one feeding me some of this information, and some of it turned out to be some of your conspiracy theories. Yeah, I picked up on that pretty quick. And then she got mad because I wouldn't go with her narratives, and I asked for proof. So here's the next one. So, Jamie, all that information you uploaded came from Pathological Liar, who I have an injunction of harassment on with me. My husband, my company. So, third-party harassment when she was ordered by a court of law and served with the order to remove for defamation. I will now be contacting my sheriff's office. I never called CPS on anyone, and that's why a court of law ordered this to be removed. You just screwed up bad. Good luck. Now, you know who she's accusing that information, where Jamie got that information? From? She's accusing Just Jess K of filling Jamie in. Now, there's no proof of that. Now, I can think of a few other people that had that same exact information, or the screenshots of that same exact information, and could have sent it to Jamie. So, there's that, Amy. So you can't actually show that Just Jess K sent it. I think I know who sent it, but I'm not going to assume who did it. Unlike you, who have to sit there and point the finger without any proof. And if someone sent Jamie information, good for them. On you. Oh yeah, they treat Sarah. They treat Amy like Citizen Amy where she lives. They treat her like Citizen Amy. She has to go through the system just like everybody else. She's not treated special. She just doesn't go file a police report on someone or call the police, and they instantly get arrested. I've known her for how long? And that never happened, Sarah? So, that little statement by Amy saying, when she threatens everyone, I'm going to call the police on you. if she has no proof of anything, or the police look into it and they say we can't prove shit, it's not going to the district attorney. Or if it does go to the district attorney's not going to prosecute. Due to lack of evidence. They're not just going to violate the law just because, oh, Amy, you're special. They don't go by the fact that, oh, she's citizen Amy. They don't say, oh, her name is Amy and she's special. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Sarah, you know. It sounds like a horror film. It really does. It really, really does. You know, it's like, it's like, ugh. Oh, I'm sure she does. She met Sarah. I'm sure she met the governor or something, you know, and or shook his hand or whatever. But the system doesn't work that way. So let's go to retro, shall we? I have decided that I'm not going to do a live to drag the pathological liar. So I will say what I want to say here. I have not and will never go real life on anyone. You are the one who does that. And I understand you are jealous of me because you have no personality, no talent, no job. You are the biggest female pathological liar on YouTube. I don't care how many subscribers you have or views. What matters to me is I have real friends who support me and we have fun together. We don't drag people down or have disgusting, vile people come on our panel knowing for a certain something was going to happen. And she told you she was going very low and told her to go ahead. I don't care. You are disgusting and you have no credibility. Well, Retro, I want to just say this, hon. You say you never go real life on anyone. Well, you have a real lifer that comes up on your panel. Love. Would you like me to say her name? Her name is Citizen Amy, who thinks she's special because she's better than everyone else. Yeah, she calls social services. Or does this or that. Wow. So Retro saying she doesn't go real life on people. She sure endorses people who do. So this little statement of Retro is the biggest joke. I don't know, Jamie. They're both women. They're both Karens. They're all Karens. They all go real life. I don't know. Oh yeah, they're all dumb bitches. You know, she's just trying to make herself look good. This is how you can tell, you know. Oh, I have decided I'm not going to go live to drag the pathological liar. So I will say what I want to say here. So there's retro. I saw this all. Yeah, I'm not jealous of retro. I'm not jealous of her. Why would I? No one wants to be you, retro. No one wants to be you. You're nothing special. You're not special by any means. So CJ decided to scream at her, and she had a little response. She decided to do another live about Marie 21, and she was crying at this little witch, saying, "Oh, you let Marie 21 in your chat." Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're both, there's something wrong with both of them. Really. So CJ had an issue with going real life, or had a past of going real life. We've seen receipts of this. She was really nasty on Twitter years ago. And one of the people she was nasty to was Marie 21. So we actually heard a phone call that CJ called Marie 21's parents. So Marie 21 cannot let anything go. So it's been a back and forth fight for years. I've looked at both sides. I've seen the receipts for on both sides of this issue, and they're both wrong. CJ and Marie 21. Marie 21 can't let a damn thing go. She can't even just block CJ and just let things go. And CJ just doesn't want Marie 21 anywhere around. So she uses people like Lori to go after her. And she keeps her little mouth shut. Because if you go to Lori's community wall, you'll see Marie 21 this, Marie 21 that. And then she makes a statement. CJ makes a statement. Oh, I don't mention Marie 21. And then I was flabbergasted when CJ decides to threaten to go real life on Mel the other day. Now, I heard that, and I was like, here we go again. So she worded it passive aggressively and said, "Oh, Mel, I would hate if your family found out what you do on here." They said 100 Hail Satans. So she threatens to go real life on Mel, and it wasn't very nice. So she even made this statement. This really got to me. Says, "Oh, I support Amber." The reason why I'm in this position is I support Amber. I don't support Jamie. It says, what? I was like, okay, CJ. So you let so you're letting Yaxley, you're buying into this paranoia that Tiffany's everywhere. You have zero proof of who these alts are that are all over my chat, all over Jamie's chat, all over Lindsay's chat, Moon's chat. You have zero proof. You have zero proof, Yaxley. And Jamie already explained why he got rid of you and the ghosts. Because you're going fucking real life. So your mind goes, Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Jamie. And it got so disgusting. It's like, and the people in chat were like buying this paranoia that Tiffany's everywhere. And we're all talking to her behind the scenes. It's conspiracy theory. And it's like, really? Just because Tiffany decides to reach out to Jamie after the ODN attack on his car and property and says it wasn't right for what ODN did? Are you kidding me? And he had a moment of weakness and says, and tried to get out his feelings. Now the narrative goes, oh, Tiffany's going to come back. Prove it then, Yaxley. Prove it, ghosts. Prove which so Tiffany. Because we don't want Tiffany around here. We don't want Tiffany. She's a no good troll. She admitted it herself. When I was over to N-Dogs under my alt, I blocked the bitch because she said hello to me. And then in another chat, I wasn't nice to her. I just ignored her. Because she's not wanted around. And I'm sorry to the few people that got so offended on that are on the Amber hype train. Okay. Jamie dumped Amber. That's a fact. She couldn't handle that. So she talked shit to people. That's been proven. Jamie responded to some of it. That's been proven. And what's been done? What's going on now? She sits on her channel, sitting there, crying the victim. Still, I'm sorry, Amber. He broke up with you. He wanted to be friends at first, but you couldn't handle that. You talk shit to Amy, and she had to blab it to everybody. And I think Jamie, has a similar personality to Amber in a way. They're both people pleasers. So when Amber saw, so the haters went all over to Amber's. I seen this with my own two eyes. And the haters were all running loose in a chat box, trying to take over. Some of them were mods. And they had to put this narrative, the Lycan So Amber sees all this support, anti-Jamie support with the poor Amber. So she jumps on it. Because she wants to please everybody. Yeah, 100% Sarah. Amber couldn't even take control of her own panel, let alone her chat. Because I don't think she wanted to. Because she wants to please everybody. Instead of sticking up for the truth or so, okay. Who are you, Boop? We know you. You seem to be familiar with everything. I don't buy the fact that you don't know anything about Jamie here. And you says, oh, crusty. Oh, dear. Missy K, you can get rid of her. It's all right. So, CJ, if you're listening, if you're going to listen, I'm just going to say this. People were so skeptical when he came over to Jamie's last year. I was one of your biggest skeptics. I basically had to tell everybody to give you a chance. And tell everybody that you have the right to prove everybody wrong, your critics. But from your live the other day, you're proving them right. You're proving your critics right. You're showing that let's see, you forged that receipt from St. Jude's. You're proving Marie 21. You want real life on her. We heard the I heard the audio recording. And then you just, and I didn't believe you, CJ, when you said, "Oh, I did nothing to Marie 21." I didn't believe that for a minute. And when you went over to Jamie's, you know what you did? You came over with someone and the sock with a sock account that was Marie 21's real name. So you doxed Marie 21 in Jamie's chat. So that added to my skepticism that you changed. And now you're acting like this? You threatened Mel with letting her parents know what she does online. You're threatening to go real life on her. Damn. Damn. And I told some of Dorothy's people, it's all up to her. And I didn't want to sit there and start a fight. So I sat back and watched. So here we go. CJ's at it again with the Lycan Man badge syndrome. Because Jamie broke up with Amber. Amber can't handle it. And it's always the man's fault. And she has to buy into these conspiracies that, oh, Tiffany's behind the scenes pulling the strings. She's going to come back with no proof. No damn fucking proof whatsoever. And I'm seeing people saying, oh, that's the truth. Yeah, actually, that's the truth, CJ. Really? How ridiculous. Especially when Tiffany was banned last night over at Jamie's. That argument don't fly. And if she comes over here, she'll be banned too. And Jamie had to explain for the millionth time why he ditched Yaxley and the ghosts. They were going real life. CPS calling. Police calling. Or endorsing it when it won't do a damn thing. They've been doing this to Tiffany for over 10 years, and she's still here. She's addicted to the internet. She's addicted to this platform, and she loves causing trouble. Did you ever hear the saying, don't feed the trolls? It prolongs their stay? Yikes. Yes, Mal. That was CJ. And I didn't like the fact that Amy decides to, yeah, Mel, CJ has issues along with Amy. And I didn't like when she said what you did, allegedly did at the wedding. That was disgusting. I don't believe you did that. And if you did, that's your business, none of anyone else's. And she thinks everyone wants to listen to her, and so I'm gonna it wouldn't have been a bad thing now, but it's like, why should your personal life be broadcasted? Because you're at a wedding? You know, it's what you do in your personal life is your business. You know, it's nobody else's. Amy didn't have the right to say anything, and it wasn't even true. She thought she knew what she was seeing. She goes after Siren. This is just. So I'm gonna put up Amy's little for Jamie in case you didn't see it. This is Amy. This is Amy making her. So she's threatening to call police on Jamie now. Aw, poor thing, So I want to thank everyone for coming. And if a certain someone decides to push the live button tonight, I will be back live. And if not, good night, everyone. And I'll see you next time. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming, and bye-bye.